So the first thing that you need to do is obviously launch Final Cut Pro 10, and I've done this here now. At this point, you would like to start your project. So I'm going to walk you through step by step the things that you would need to do. You can then click Library. Now, in order to have 360 video and 360 projects, you would need to have recorded the video using a 360 camera or virtual reality camera, VR camera. If you don't have this and the clip isn't coded and created as a 360 video, then Final Cut Pro will not recognize this. But I'm going to show you another little technique that you can use so that you can practice 360 video editing as well. Even if you don't have any 360 footage, you will be able to actually get started with a 360 video today, and I'm going to show you how and why as well. So let's get into it. Obviously I've been jammering on a little bit too much. I'm going to name this 360 and just click save. At this point, you're going to obviously create a new project. So I'm going to click this. Right, so here we are. Here's the most important part of this project. So obviously you're going to name your project. Let's call it 360 sample for now. 360 sample. You can't actually have this in a 720 format or because the reason why is because you're not creating a 720 flat video, obviously. So at this point, what you want to do is you want to scroll down past 2K, past 4K, past 5K, and actually hit the 360 just here. Now that's already began to give you a 360 format of your project. At this point, you can then select what resolution you would like your 360 video. Now these resolutions are a lot larger than what you're normally used to, but it's telling you that from a 1920 to a 380/40. So that 1920 is the right size for YouTube. That I do know. I'm actually going to hit the automatic setting. So once I've hit the automatic setting, that 360 video will then determine the properties of my project, my overall project. At this point, I'm just going to do the drag and drop method because I know exactly where my clips are. They're in this file here called 360. I'm going to drag in the first file to get the project going. Come on in, little guy. There we go, little buddy. Right. Okay, so we've began our project. It has begun. At this point, we now have a 360 video, but what's happening? It's actually being shown to us in a flat surface. This is not 360 just yet. Even though we have a 360 control here, because the project has now determined that this is going to be a 360 project, we are not actually seeing the 360 version of the image. We're seeing the flat version of the image, which we can, if you move around, you'll have this weird sort of a flattened version of a 360 video. That's not what we want. So you then want to go to the view and hit not video scopes, because we're not working with that today. We're going into 360 viewer, and this will give you a separate window for your 360. Right, so this is great, this is brilliant, and it's a little bit crammed up here, so you can actually get rid of certain things if you don't want them on screen. For example, clicking this icon will get rid of the inspector. Clicking that icon back on will bring back the inspector. That's a good shortcut for those of you who didn't know that. So I'm going to get rid of the inspector. So now we have actually I'll get rid of the previews as well. So now we have two screens that we can preview backwards and forwards. All right. So at this point, we have the 360 viewer, which is this one just here. You know what? I'm going to bring back the inspector and the file explorer so you can see what's going on a lot better. We have the flat image, which is here to the right hand side, and then we have our 360 version of a shot, which if you click on hold and drag, you can move around the scene and you can see basically what your viewers can do when they're playing this video. Right, so let's get started. So obviously you want your projection to start in a specific place. Otherwise, it could be all over the place. In order to do this, you can basically make a keyframe of where the shot will originally start. But the thing that you'll be looking at when you start this clip within the final finished video. And the way you do that is you click this button just here, which is the 360 icon. You want to click on this, and at this point, what you want to do is if you move this around, it will basically give you the place that you will begin the shot. And then clicking it off, and there we have it. That is where the shot will start from. That is where the shot will begin. You can also add titles and 360 titles, which is the next part. So I'm going to get rid of my webcam now because my webcam is going to be completely in the way of the recording. So I'm just going to pause and come back to this. So I'm going to finish this one recording and I'll come back. I'll be right with you and my webcam will be gone. You ready? 3, 2, 1. No, let's do that again. 3, 2, 1. So I've just got rid of my webcam to make this a lot easier because that was just completely in the way of my effects panel just now. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get back onto our effects panel, which should be just there. There we go. And we are not going to use that just yet, but we might not use it actually. Let's go to this. As you can see up above, we have 360. See if you click onto that, you have all of these 360 effects. You can blur. There's not a lot because 360 editing is still slightly limited. But as you can see, it's previewing on top of the shot, and you can see that there are blurs and blooms. Well, when it can preview it to you up in this screen here, there are blurs and more, and you can use aura, but it's still quite limited. But there are a few capabilities there. You know, very basic capabilities that you can do with 360 already. Now, I did say in this video that you will be able to create 360 video even if you have no 360 shots available for you to use in the project. And the way you can do this is if you go into your generators. So here we click now, we go into generators, and then you type in 360. You will find 2 360 environments that you can use for a shot. For example, we've got 360 solid. So I'm going to drag this into the shot here, and and as you can see, we've got a blue background. Now you can actually place different things on top of your 360 environment to see how 360 video works. And what I like to do is I like to use my logo, and I'll drag this on screen. Now I have a transparent version of my logo that I love to place on shots every now and then. As you can see, it's actually on the shot. Now in order to see this, your 360 video needs to be in the right place, and I've already shown you how to do that. So hold on a second, I'm just going to click on the 360 environment so it can bring up this icon here on the 360 viewer. Then I'm going to click on this button here, and now I'm going to find my logo. And as you can see, that 2D element is actually small enough to fit inside of a section of the 360 video. And when I'm scrolling around, you can see that it's also given a 360 pinpoint location where the 2D logo stays. You can do this with other 2D elements as well. You can experiment as to what fits in within your 360 video. I've used quite a few things in the past, but this is just an example of how you can experiment with 360 video in your Final Cut Pro 10 today. Now I can then give this a voiceover or whatever I like. I can fade my logo in and out of existence here in this video by using 360 transitions, and I can also insert titles that are 360 because Final Cut Pro actually give you 360 titles as well as 360 effects. So I can insert a fade as well to the shot. Now the cool thing about 360 video at the moment is you have to have the right player in order for the 360 to work. An example of this is YouTube. So YouTube has 360 capabilities. If you don't have a player that you're using to view the 360 video, then you won't be able to see the 360 element in action. Yeah, you have to upload or view your 360 video using a player that has 360 capabilities that you're able to view 360 video. Otherwise, you'll just end up with nothingness, and you'll have the flat 2D image, as a lot of players only play flat videos at the moment. So I'm going to get rid of that title just now, and I'm going to give this video a voiceover, a short voiceover to explain what this video is about, and I'm actually going to upload this to YouTube as well so you can see this demonstration in action. I'm going to change the color of the 360 environment because you can change the color as well. I think I can change it to a purple, I can change it to a magenta, I can change it to whichever color I like. I can move it around and find something, or I can pick a color by using the color picker and pick a Final Cut Pro Color maybe. That is basically the basics of how you can get started with 360 video, aka VR video editing within Final Cut Pro 10. This is one of the things that I love about Final Cut Pro 10 because the application is always constantly being updated so that you have new features available, and this was due to an update that we are now able to edit 360 video within Final Cut Pro 10, as it wasn't available when the application was first made available. If you've enjoyed this video, even if you're not going to get started with 360 video and you've just enjoyed watching, definitely give me a thumbs up. Hit me down in the comment section below if you have any questions about this as well, because there is a lot more that I can teach you with 360 aka VR video. I've also touched upon AR as well, so for those of you who are interested in augmented reality, I've also made a video, well, more than one video about augmented reality, so it's worth subscribing to the channel because I have uploads here every single day on AnthonyAllenEdits, and definitely hit the notification bell because that notification bell will help you to be notified as to when I upload, as I upload every single day. You don't want to miss a single thing because each upload can complement another upload here on my channel, and you don't want to miss out on the absolute banging information that I'm giving away, because you will have every tool you need, whether you have the money to purchase it or not, and you will be able to tell your stories the way that you would like to tell them using media due to your newfound skills that you've earned by watching this channel. So definitely give me a thumbs up, hit the notification bell with the subscribe button, and I'll see you here tomorrow here on AnthonyAllenEdits. I have loads of uploads because, you know, I upload daily, so check them out.